So now, because they've noticed that it's easy to get a truck driver anyway, anytime, their salaries, they drop, they become lower. So truck drivers are getting paid less because it's easy to replace them. It's easy to get another truck driver tomorrow. Those big careers, there is a demand, there is shortages on those ones. So if you have something like that, if I was you, I wasn't going to relocate to Europe or to Ireland to study uni. A lot of people that are living in Europe, they wish they can always go back to Africa. This is, you find a lot of them trying to build back home, trying to come back home as much as they can. Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. On this video today, I'm going to talk about, let's compare the comparison of salaries in Ireland and salaries in South Africa. So the reason we're doing this, we have a lot of clients that send us messages from South Africa, and those clients, they already have a lot of experience and they have qualifications, and their salaries that they are earning in South Africa, they expect to come to Ireland and get something similar or something higher. So in this video, I'm going to try by all means to compare the salaries and also the standard of living. Like when you are in South Africa, you might earn something. Okay, let me say I'll get onto it on the whole video, but that's what I'm going to compare, the standard of living and the salaries in Ireland and South Africa. If you are in another country, you can always relate. Remember, I always make videos comparing South Africa and Ireland, life in South Africa and Ireland. But when you are somewhere in Nigeria or in Ghana, you can always compare and relate because the currency might be a bit different, but I believe the standards and other things might be similar because South Africa is African like other countries, and Ireland is Europe, is in the European side. It's Europe like other European countries. So you can always compare and see how you get onto it. So let's get on to this video. Number one, let's start. I will start by naming certain careers. That's how I feel like I can do this in a base level. But then, please, guys, if you feel like I'm missing something or I didn't get onto the point that you want me to get onto, comment and ask questions and tell me what you think. How can I change or what can I say? I'm always looking forward to answering your questions or to make other videos answering more or giving more details onto what I'm trying to talk about, especially this video today. I feel like it's a big thing, but at the same time, it might be a bit confusing for someone. So number one, let's start with salaries in Ireland. Most of the times, engineers in Ireland, they make, generally, when you are a graduate, you can make around 40,000 euros. This is in a year. So when our salaries, we're going to talk about per annum. We're not talking about per month. You can use your own calculator to calculate per month. How much is that going to be? But a graduate engineer can earn around 40,000 euros in Ireland. While at least someone that has been in engineering industry for like 3 years to 5 years, they can earn between 50,000. Then someone that has been in engineering industry for over 5 years to 10 years or longer than that, they might be making 80,000 or more. This is like engineering in general, whether it's civil engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, but that's engineering in general. Then let's come to nurses. Nurses in Ireland, they make between 33,000 to 70,000. So this is like a general one as well, that let's say you are a nurse with experience, about 2 years, 3 years experience, and you have been working in the industry, this is what you can be getting. It's between 30 something to 70,000. I know there are some nurses that can make less than 30,000, but this is when you are still starting and you don't have enough experience and you are still growing on your career. But once you have about 2 years experience and longer, you get more. Okay, then let's go to IT professionals. IT professionals, they make around 45,000 to 90,000. I won't explain much on IT professionals because I don't know much about IT, guys. Not everyone knows everything, but I specialize in engineering and some healthcare, so I know those better than IT. But I know it's general around 45,000 to 90,000. Then let's come to general professions. This is like general professions in Ireland, which can be HR, which can be business management or business administrations, anything that is just general, not like focusing on one part. So normally these ones, they can make, the lowest can be around 28,000 going up to 70,000. So I would say this one depends. If you are in an HR or in a management position, and you have more experience, you might be making around 70,000, or you can even go higher than 70,000. But when you in admin or is like business assistant or something, those careers, but anything that has to do with business, marketing, administration, clerical officers, you make around 28,000 as a start. But when times goes on, you can get up to like 30,000, 35,000, and 40,000. That's for general ones. In Ireland, guys, again, we are still in Ireland here. Then the truck drivers in Ireland, they make around 40,000 euros. So that's like 40,000 per year, up to 70,000 as well. So I would say truck drivers and nurses, they are very similar in a way when it comes to salaries. They make around that range. So again, with the trucks, they actually start on the higher salary than nurses, but experience will push you over, like, to have more money. But then that's where it range. When you want to start a job as a truck driver, expect around 40,000 a year. Then I also came down to say, let's look at like the general or the average salary in Ireland for someone to live an affordable life. For you to say, okay, I'm living a good affordable life, not the best life ever, but this is an affordable life. You should be earning around 52,000 euros for you to have just a standard affordable life in Ireland, where you can afford like a proper house, proper home to live in, and have a good car and take your kids to school and everything. The general salary is the medium, or the general salary is around 52,000, which is a lot of people in Ireland, especially a lot of people that I know, they don't even get up to 45,000. So imagine, so it means a lot of people are living under the general salary, or the average salary that is expected for you to live and have a good life. Let me come to South Africa first, then I will explain why is that, as we noticed that in trucks and nurses, it's a different career, it's a different everything, but the salaries are almost the same. They're actually similar, they are very close to be the same. So I will, before the end of the video, I will explain on that. But for now, let's come to South Africa. So South Africa engineers, again, we're focusing on general engineers in South Africa, and this is per annum, not per month, per annum. So normally a graduate engineer will get around 250,000 to 300,000. That's a graduate. Then after 2 years, 3 years experience, it keeps going up. Then the max, or the higher, the engineers that have like experience, that I would say they are maxing, most of them, they are getting around 1.3 million in rents. So that's what engineering, if you have like, let's say 10 years experience or enough years of experience and you know what you're doing, you're going to be getting around 1.3 million in rents. That's per annum, guys. Again, it's not per month, it's not per what, but per annum. So I know that in South Africa, engineering differs a lot. A civil engineer and the electrical engineer won't be paid as the mine engineer, and is it the mine engineer and what else? Yeah, but anyone that is working in the mines, they get more money compared to a general engineer working on site, or working as an electrical engineer. So you can do your own research on that. I know that mine engineers, when they putting as well, when it comes to getting bonuses and other things that they always get on the side, they can actually go beyond this 1.3 million a year. Then nurses, normally a student nurse or a graduate nurse, they will make around 200,000 rands, up to 400,000 rands as a nurse. It's very rare. It can be possible, but it's very rare to find a nurse in South Africa making more than 500,000 a year or 600,000 a year. Don't say it's impossible. It is possible, but it's very rare. Most nurses, especially nurses in South Africa, they work for a government hospital. They're always getting around 400. If you are a senior nurse, you have been there for 10 years, you know what you're doing, you can get up to like 400,000. But new nurses and what, they get around 300,000, 200,000 a year. Then IT professionals in South Africa, they can start as low as 180,000 a year, up to 1.2 million, because IT differs a lot. As a junior or as a student professional, you get lower, but as you go up and as you gain more experience, as you get to be more confident in your career, your salary goes up, and it can even sometimes go beyond this 1.2 million that I mentioned. Then general, which is general, I won't say general labors, but general professions like administrations, HR, clerical officers. Those ones in South Africa, they may get around 120,000 to 800,000. When we're talking of 800,000 now, we're talking of someone that is in a management position, someone that has been working in HR for a long time in a way. So that's when they can get up to 800,000. But generally, so most of them, they get around 500,000 or 400, which the minimum is 120 per annum. Then truck drivers in South Africa, they can get around, almost like general, they can get around 120. Guys, if I said it, if you want to calculate this in a month, take a calculator and just divide everything. 120 divided by 12, you're gonna get how much you're getting in a month. So truck drivers, they can get around 120 to 360,000. It's very rare again to get a truck driver making up to 800,000 per annum, but maybe it could be possible depending on the company that you're working for. And here I'm talking about the salaries. I'm not counting bonuses. I'm not counting other allowances that may come in. So this is what I have. So now let me, as you notice, let me compare now. As you noticed that in Ireland, a nurse and a truck driver, they make almost same amount of money. Especially again, a starting truck driver can make around 40,000 euros, while a starting nurse or a nurse that is new in the industry could be making 33,000, which is much more lower than the truck driver. Then again, engineers as a graduate engineer, you can be starting around 40,000, while least the truck driver as well is starting the salaries on 40,000. So the best example that I can make here, there's a new engineer that just graduated. They finished their 4-year qualification from one university. They are starting a new job as a graduate engineer after studying for 4 years. The salary will start around 40,000 euros per annum. While is a truck driver that just went to train to drive a truck for 6 weeks or for 10 weeks, and they finish their driving and they start a new job, they could be getting the same salary. Do you understand that? So look at the difference. One just did few weeks, one did 4 years of university, and guys, everyone knows how hard university is. Then you get to work placement, you guys are getting the same salaries. When time goes on, after years of experience and gaining knowledge, yes, an engineer might go higher and get more, but starting salary in Ireland, an engineer is getting paid the same as the truck driver. While in South Africa, a graduate engineer is getting around 250,000, while a new truck driver that just did the training and got qualified and got a new job is making around 120. That's not even half of what a graduate engineer is getting. Do you understand that? So the reason I want to compare these and I want you guys to see them, it's because there is a big difference in a life that you can live in South Africa compared to the life that you can live in Ireland as a professional person compared to as when you are just having a certain skill. Do you understand that? So the reason of all this, it's the answer is just one answer. The reason is because skills shortages. In Ireland, they might have a lot of people graduating, high number of people graduating, but they don't have a lot of people that have good experience in one field. Like engineers can graduate, they can be a high number of students graduating as engineers, but we don't have engineers that have about 6 years, 10 years experience, because some people can graduate and never work on that field forever. So now there is a demand on that. At the same time, in Ireland, there is still skill shortages. There is still shortages in truck drivers. So for them to cover these shortages of truck drivers, they have to push it salary higher as well. So now they need engineers, but at the same time they also need truck drivers. So salaries end up being the same. A nurse, an engineer, and a truck driver, they are getting paid the same salary. Actually, all of them, nurse, engineer, truck driver, bus driver, the salary is almost the same. It's like even if there's a difference, it's just this much. It's small difference. Then let's come to South Africa. A truck driver will never get paid as an engineer. Do you understand that? And that is because same thing again, there is more people that can do these small jobs or these weeks. The truck drivers, normally you need few weeks training for you to be a truck driver. So there are a lot of people that can do all these. So now, because they've noticed that it's easy to get a truck driver anyway, anytime, their salaries, they drop, they become lower. So truck drivers are getting paid less because it's easy to replace them. It's easy to get another truck driver tomorrow. While these engineers in South Africa, they are paid more, especially mine engineers, they are paid more because it's so hard to get them. And right now, whether you go anywhere or you do your own research, there is high demand of qualified professional engineers or IT professionals that have experience, that know what they are doing, that have been working in the industry for over 10 years. There is a high or huge demand on that. So this is the reason the salaries, they are pushed to be higher. Do you understand that? So now, if you are in South Africa, this is an advice, guys. Again, I'm not saying follow what I tell you, but this is like an advice. If you are already in South Africa or already in Africa, living in Africa, you have your qualifications, whether you graduated 10 years ago, and you have enough experience in your field, especially if you studied anything related to engineering, um, project management, those big careers, there is a demand, there is shortages on those ones. So if you have something like that, if I was you, I wasn't going to relocate to Europe or to Ireland to start a new life. Do you know why? Because you are already having a lot of things that some people want actually. I would tell you that half or 80% or 60%, a lot of people that are living in Europe, they wish they can always go back to Africa. This is, you find a lot of them trying to build back home, trying to come back home as much as they can, because it's more nice to have to be in your own land, to be surrounded by your relatives, your family, people that you grow up around, to have your own surrounding. At the same time, you are making a good salary. I would say most engineers in South Africa that have enough experience and that have been working in the industry for over like years, they are getting paid more than engineers in Ireland that have been doing the same thing with the same qualification and with the same years of experience. In South Africa, your salary will be more. So this means, even myself, I'm still considering, actually, I'm working on it, I'm working hard on it. After gaining enough experience and having 10 years, 15 years of experience, I might consider going to live and work in South Africa. You know why? Because the salaries will be higher. Maybe they'll be even double of what I'm getting already in Ireland. And the lifestyle that I'm going to afford, the standard of living that I'm going to be living in South Africa compared to the island one. Guys, when you are in Ireland, if it's good when you are still starting your career, you are looking to learn. When you are young, looking to learn, looking to go around the world and experience different cultures and experience different things. But when you have been working in engineering or whatever industry for over 10 years and you have enough experience and you know what you are doing and you are getting a good salary, don't jump onto relocating to Europe because Europe is known for better or good opportunities, because you might get there and find out that you have dropped on your salary and you have to also work hard on proving yourself, and you have to, it's going to be a lot of pressure for nothing. Rather visit Europe anytime you want, go there whenever you want to have fun, and go back to your country because you are getting more and you are living a better life. So this is about comparing the standard of life that you can live on a certain salary and a certain thing. So if you are a nurse and you just graduated, I would say yes, relocate to Ireland, because this is an opportunity for you. You're gonna gain experience, you're gonna gain knowledge on your career, you're gonna grow. It's good for you. But for someone that has been working, I get a lot of clients that say I've been working in engineering for 15 years in South Africa and I want to relocate to Ireland and my salary is this much. At that point, I'm like, oh my goodness, you won't get that much here in Ireland. You will never get it. So people don't understand that and people don't know that. I hope this video brought that clarity and it makes you understand better before you make decisions that you didn't think through. Just try to sit down, do your own calculations and see if it's worth it or not. Because believe me, in 5 years to come, in 10 years to come, you might see me working with you there and you'll be asking, you used to live in Europe, why? It's because the standard of living and the salaries, they get higher in South Africa or in Africa of a certain experience compared to the Europe standard. Europe tries by all means to put everyone in the same. I would say they try by all means to put everyone in the middle class. It's hard to be on the richer class. While at least in Africa, when you have your things together, it's very easy to jump to be on the wealthy class. You won't be always stuck on the medium class. So that's what I think on my side, guys.